All right, this is Ritch from the Midnight Movie right here on Renegade Rock, and you were just hearing The Fool and Me by Robin Trower. How'd you like that one?
And then before that, Christopher Walken was listening to Steppenwolf doing Soke So.
Very nice, guys.
Check that out. See, we
Hey,
got our own Rich Little on our show.
You guys could be on radio there. Rich Little?
Yeah, hey, radio. You got a face for radio.
I got a
they say.
face for radio.
Yeah.
Thank you for keeping me out of that conversation. I was sitting here, you guys were doing that, I was sitting here watching the Generals air jamming, man.
He's our Ed McMahon right here. Dennis is our Ed McMahon, right?
Yeah.
He is kind of heavy.
Yeah.
Hey,
well, no, not his face resembles Ed McMahon, I think.
Yeah, his face looks like an old baseball glove.
Just sit there and just laugh at everything that we say.
Okay.
That's what I used to do for Dave left.
So how old, Rich, how old were you when Glardy first came on? Were you even born?
When Glardy first came on, I was born, but I was only like 2 or 3. Because I was born in 62, and he was on like 64, so I was only 2. And I wasn't even living here in Cleveland. I was in Mississippi at the time.
Wow,
you wouldn't even know him.
I'm from, I was born here, but we were living in Mississippi when I was a young child. And they had no horror host or nobody down there.
No,
in fact, they barely had TV.
Going.
Yeah, they had nothing down there. One channel, I think. I'm not joking. I think they had one channel.
One channel.
No, it's true. We used to have 3 channels.
Right.
And then UHF came along. We were excited, man.
Oh, yeah.
2 more channels.
We were just talking about that a couple of days ago. Remember the UHF? You had to fine tune it.
That's
you had to
right.
get up on the roof with the aerial and adjust it. And when it came in, then their heads would be rolling and all that stuff. It's not like the fine TVs we have today that you can watch the Midnight Movie on every Saturday night at midnight.
Yes. And what's tonight's movie, guys?
Tonight's movie is awesome. The Ghosts of Hanley House, right, guys? This is a good one.
That's on Time Warner.
Well,
it's on Cox.
We had a little snafu last week, and I think WoW got screwed up and showed. What they show?
They showed the Hanley House.
Oh, they showed Hanley House last week. So
tonight's the giant on WoW. It's going to be the Giant of Metropolis.
Don't even get me started on WoW.
Well, hey, we're also on Roku. You know what Roku is? All the kids watch that stuff. We're on the Betamax channel on Roku. So you can check us out like worldwide now.
That's very cool.
That is cool.
And
they show
some
us a
people
lot.
from out of state checking us out, and liking our Facebook and that.
So you guys, you're in direct competition with the guy on MeTV. What's his name? Swenguli, or
Yeah, we're on right after him.
Yeah, we're on after him. So you can watch him first.
So it's kind of a good lead-in, sort of. I mean, we're not on the same channel, but
what do you think of his show? Do you
thing.
guys like his? I think it's okay.
It's not bad. Good movies.
He gets good movies. He's tied in where he gets the good movies.
I'm still waiting for you guys to get Panic in the Year Zero.
Panic in the Year Zero.
If it's
we can do
Ray Milland.
If it's public domain, we might be able to have
You know what we got coming up, though? We got a good one for Halloween. Suspiria, Dario Argento for Halloween. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
How do we get that?
Okay, so
don't repeat it again, because
for all of our diehard listeners, they know we had you guys on. What was it, in February or something?
Yes, it was.
Somewhere around in there.
But so for anybody who didn't listen, give us a little history of the Midnight Movie and how it got started, and
Well, the Midnight Movie's been around for like over 15 years. It was on Cablevision way back in the days like that. And, hey, turn the phone off. You're unprofessional over there. What's up? Same thing happens on our show. People call
Danny.
the show.
I'm like Todd.
Anyways, but
Johnson's
we've been on for a long time. Various
Only
things.
15 years.
Over 15 years. Dave was the original host from
by himself.
No, there was various others. There was Eric and Mike, and then me, and then these guys. We're like a group now, but so that's
more like a family.
It is like a family, a dysfunctional family. Yes, but we have a lot of fun down there, and
so we
don't script anything.
How did you figure into the picture? When did you come in?
I weaseled my way in about a dozen years ago. I came down there. I went to a casting call.
Did you start off on Time Warner? Were you?
I was at Cablevision.
Cablevision. Yeah, I remember Cablevision.
I went down there and I was in a skit, and then that was it. And they were like, "Goodbye" after the skit. And I asked Brian or Rocco. I said,
"Were was Brian the producer from day one?"
Yes. He was my in.
Is this your baby? This show?
Yeah, he's
his baby.
He is the man.
Wow.
Him and Dave, actually, they're both the men.
Okay.
Well, they were the men. Now we're the men.
Now you're the men.
Right? I'm not. We are the men.
For now. We are the men.
Yeah,
we
for
are
now.
the men.
But anyways, I weaseled my way in there, and here we are today, sitting here. And we show all the great movies, and like you said earlier, we're keeping the tradition alive.
Yes.
And
Goulardi, Big Chuck, and
Goulardi, Big
Houlihan.
Chuck,
Actually, Houlihan and Big Chuck it was called.
Right.
And then Little John came along. He was like you. He was just part of the skits at first.
Yeah.
And then he ends up as, the co-host after Houlihan left. And I remember when I was living in California, I remember seeing Houlihan in a bunch of various commercials on TV after he left the show, and I always wondered whatever happened to Houlihan. Is he still around?
Oh yeah, he comes in every.
Come to Goulardi Fest. He
Yeah,
hangs
oh,
out with us.
oh, really?
We all go out to dinner with them and all
Can
that.
you guys get me into Goulardi Fest? I'll come down. I'd love to come down, man.
Well, you got to come down. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you're a Cleveland fan, you got to come down to
you'd love
Goulardi
it.
Fest. Goulardi, Big Chuck, Little John, Houlihan, Big Stash. My
Stash.
favorite. Big Stash is always there.
Dick Goddard
Art
shows up.
Lafredo,
Art
Dick
Lafredo.
Goddard. I mean, that's
Kielbasa
Bill
Kid.
Ward.
Bill Ward.
All the familiar
Yeah, they showed
faces
the
from back
skits.
then are all there.
That is a blast. We have a lot of fun reliving the skits and meeting our idols basically that we grew up with. And hey, we're going to be there too, so that's a plus, or it might be a minus, however you look at it.
And you never
Dick
know.
Goddard. Dick Goddard.
Yeah.
Dick
Yeah,
Goddard.
he shows up.
We do
Yeah.
skits while we're there. We even did a skit with Little John that they love. They show on the
Yeah,
Oh,
but hey,
Chuck and
Little
on
John
their
show.
newest skit, Old Farts, it's called. Our
The
newest skit
DVD
tape.
yeah, their
new DVD that'll probably be at the Goulardi Fest. All their old skits, and there's one of our skits on there.
Nice,
Our skit is on their
very
tape,
nice,
and
very
it's a
nice.
takeoff of their famous half a head of lettuce skit.
Right,
We did
right.
a takeoff in that called Half a Carrot, and it featured Big Stash and Triv and Little John, and it's on there.
and they loved it.
It's on
They
their
loved
tape.
it.
They loved it. It's been on their show a few times. They've
The
played it.
Kielbasa Kid.
Kabasi Kid.
And Chuck and Hooley, they get up on stage and they do a couple of readings by Robert and stuff on stage.
it's a
I mean,
good
it's a
time.
really good
It's a
time.
blast.
Their filming of their skits was really masterful, the way they did it in the old days. And of course, my favorite thing at the skit is the laugh.
Yeah.
The laugh, that laugh. Where is that laugh from? That's what I want to know. Who does that
What was the
laugh?
guy's name? But I don't remember the guy's name. But that was the
I
actual
don't know
guy
if
that
he said it.
did
We
that
actually
laugh.
talked to the guy that did that laugh. Supposedly, from what we understand, and he said it was the guy. He works for the TSA now.
No way, really?
Yeah, because we interviewed him a couple years ago when we were at the airport. He works for the TSA.
Can you imagine?
Yeah,
Well, he was at one of the shows too. What was it last year or the year before? He was at the
a
show.
couple years ago.
2 years
Yeah,
ago.
a couple years
Rocco's
ago,
giving me
he
the
was at the
sign.
show.
He's here
Good
saying
thing
peace.
Brian knows everything here. Brian's got the scoop on everything.
Well, somebody's got to know something around here.
Okay, well, let's do something. Let's do I got a little nostalgic clip from Houlihan and Big Chuck, and then we'll be right back with the guys from the Midnight Movie.
All right,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
And welcome to Readings by Robert.
You gotta love this stuff.
Hi there, fellow swingers.
Hi there.
Welcome to Reading
Yeah, the laugh is
by
actually
Robert.
a radio DJ, the original
You
one.
know I am
The laugh
Robert.
they were talking
This
about
is Carlos
is
over here,
they had
my
a problem
jazz
with the
ukulele playing
cart machine,
accompanist.
Right.
so he had to
What are you
recreate
telling us,
it.
Carlos?
So there's actually like 3 versions of the laugh.
Old stone fingers. Tonight's reading comes in from Joe Fuzia, all the way from Parma Heights. Airmail. Parma Heights, that's, Carlos, isn't that where they wear white socks with those blue and red stripes on top?
No one gets it anymore except us old
Joe.
people.
Our story begins in a 3rd grade classroom. The teacher was going to demonstrate to the class
That's
the
why it's
evils of alcohol.
I was laughing my ass.
He had
I
2
watch it all the
glasses,
time.
side
I
by
watch it
side
all
on
the
his
time.
desk.
Well, I mean, I was
One,
watching
he
it
said,
myself.
contained pure gin.
I was laughing. I was